Okay, we will get started. Welcome everybody and good evening to the regular city council meeting at the Richfield Municipal Center, April 10th at 7:30 p.m. 2018. Seeing that there are no individuals here for the open forum, will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? At this time, I will look for the approval of the minutes of the Special City Council work session of March 22nd, 2018, the Special City Council work session of March 27th, 2018, Special City Council, the regular City Council meeting of March 27th, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The minutes are approved. And now I welcome Fire Chief Kiewicz and Fire Chief up to the podium to take us through the next three presentations of the Fire Captain promotion, Fire Lieutenant promotion, and the Richfield Bloomington Credit Union check presentation to the Richfield Fire Department.
Thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem, council members, staff. 2 weeks ago, it was kind of law enforcement night with the sheriff. So we felt we kind of had to balance that out with fire night tonight. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to present Captain Dale Peralt with his badge as a captain. Go ahead, come on up. Captain Peralt has been with the fire department since November of 1990. He was promoted to lieutenant in November of 2008. He currently is responsible for the fleet, all of our vehicles, maintenance, and working with City Garage. And he's being presented his badge by his wife, Nancy.
All right.
Maybe we could, Chief, maybe we could shake his hand too.
Sure. Next, we have a lieutenant promotion. Janelle Wood, Lieutenant Wood, joined the fire department as a firefighter in November of 2010. She's one of 3 fire investigators on the department. She's currently responsible for working on the website, the fire department side of the website. And while as a firefighter, she obtained her Bachelor of Science in Fire Emergency Service Administration at Colorado State University. She's being pinned by her significant other, John Brooks, who is a firefighter in Edina.
Thank you so much.
The other thing is, unlike the sheriff's, this is going to be a little bit shorter. Go figure. The next item is a presentation. We're joined by Greg Worthen, president of the Richfield Bloomington Credit Union, and Todd Bardison, who's the vice president for marketing. They were generous enough to give us a donation that allowed us to purchase integrated thermal imaging cameras. You've probably seen all the infrared cameras, stuff that we can see through smoke and stuff like that. And if you watch like Chicago Fire or a lot of fire movies, you can see, Hollywood shows that you can actually see what's going on in a fire. Well, I'm here to tell you can't. Yeah, you put your hand right up in front of your face piece, you cannot see anything. The smoke is thick, it's dark, it's toxic. And we've been using separate thermal imaging cameras. We have 3 of them right now. But with these, we'll be able to see, you can kind of see on the overhead a little bit. You can see the image, and that's integrated with our thermal imaging devices on our air pack. So what this allows us to do is all of the frontline SCBAs, our air packs, have these, So an individual firefighter, when they're in a building performing a search, rather than having to carry that additional camera, all of them will have these integrated cameras. So firefighter Brown's going to show you the screen. It's small, but it's very, very effective technology. And this is a function of the new air packs we bought in, 2014? So in 2014, we changed our air pack platform. It went to a new technology, and this allows us to add on some of this amazing stuff. So we're very fortunate to receive the grant from Richfield Bloomington Credit Union, and these are going to be a huge asset for the fire department. I've been suffering from a cold this last week, and Mike's been actually wearing one full time in his office next to mine. So. With that, I think a round of applause for Richfield Bloomington. That's it.
And
Any
before-
questions?
Yeah, I wanted to share a couple comments. So first of all, thank you so much to Richfield Bloomington Credit Union for the donation. And also, thank you so much to our firefighters for the dedication and the commitment you have to saving the lives of our residents, of our community members, of keeping our homes safe, especially this past year. I mean, I cannot even count how many calls you all have had and how many saves, and to hear the stories and share them in the community. I know all of us here in council are extremely appreciative, and if you've seen the comments on social media, the residents are as well. So thank you so much for your service.
Thank you.
Any other comments or questions?
No, I just want to agree with you, Mayor Pro Tem Reagan Gonzalez. I think it makes us all proud to live in this community, and the reason is because we have such dedicated staff. I mean, it's just firefighters are real heroes, and we can't say enough about how much we appreciate them because we need them, and they always rise to the occasion. Thank you.
You're welcome. We have great staff.
Mayor Pro Tem, if I could just say, it's tough to let you guys come in here and not just tell you how grateful we are, and just look you guys in the eyes and just say there are 4 generations of Troutmans that are living here. You guys have literally saved our lives before, and when my grandfather passed, you were there too, and so I'm grateful and thank you and congratulations to our new captain and lieutenant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next item is hats off to Hometown Hits, and I will start with Council Member Garcia.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Okay, let me start with coming up Saturday, April the 14th, from 7 to 9:30 a.m. will be the Fraser Walk for Autism. That will be held at the Mall of America at the first level. So please come out and support our Fraser School. It's a really important walk, and we need to do a little fundraiser, and please join us. Next, the same day, April the 14th, which is a Saturday, from 9 to noon, we'll have the Community Wellness Expo. That'll be held at the Richfield High School, and that's about our health and well-being. It includes vendors, interactive demonstrations, raffles, prices. It's just a fun time. So please join us then. And next we have on Sunday, April the 22nd, from 1 to 4, will be Earth Day celebration, Woodlake Nature Center. And that always is very educational, and we learn an awful lot, and Woodlake Nature Center does an outstanding job. Another thing that's extremely important is Saturday, April the 28th, and this will take place from 10 to 2 p.m. the Richfield Fire Department and the Drug Enforcement Administration will sponsor a national prescription take back day. And this will take place at Walgreens at the Hub. So if you've got prescriptions that are out of date, that you don't even know what they're for, whatever, there's no questions asked. All you have to do is take them in. They will be collected and they will be disposed of in a safe environmental manner. It's really an opportunity for us to go through our medicine cabinets and to, and to just kind of revisit the medications that we have at our home and to dispose of them in a safe manner. So that's Saturday the 28th at Walgreens at the Hub from 10 to 2 p.m. And then again, now the League of Women Voters is having an annual dinner, and that's coming up Monday, April the 30th at 6 p.m. at the VFW. Now, a lot of folks don't, the League of Women Voters is not visible necessarily all the time, but it's a very important organization. They study state issues and they study local issues. And they have an opportunity, when you go to one of these meetings, you have an opportunity to learn a lot, to participate, because they have speakers not only from the school district, from the city, but whatever relevant topic that they're talking about. It's a very educational organization, and they also sponsor the forums for local elections, whether it's school board or city council elections. And finally, on May the 3rd will be probably our final indoor farmers market at the Richfield Community Center. That starts at 4 p.m. and ends at 7. So
Weather doesn't change. It may not be our last indoor.
you never know.
Thank you, Councilmember Garcia. Now, to the rest of us, I don't know if anybody has anything left, but you guys give it a shot. So, Councilmember Troutman.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. A couple quick announcements. The recurring announcement for the Fowl fundraising dinner at the end of the month here, April 27th. A special request with regards to the Fowl dinner. We always have a silent auction, and we're still looking and taking donations for that silent auction. So especially to our small business owners and other community members that either have a special event or a gift card for their business, we're taking those. Also want to take the hats off to Jim Toppetshofer in our Parks and Rec program for our community ed programs. So this last week was spring break for my son, and he got to go on some fun field trips because there were programs like that available. And just want to let everybody know, especially families with small kids, that now is the time to enroll your kids in some of the great programs that are coming up this summer. So if you aren't aware of that, there are things throughout the school year, karate programs, athletic programs, dance programs throughout the year. But now it doesn't matter what your child's excited or into. There are karate programs, there are basketball camps, there are battle bot creation. If they have an engineering bent, my oldest son loves Minecraft. I didn't understand what Minecraft, I didn't get until somebody said it's like Legos for a video game. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. There's a Minecraft camp, just a ton of resources. There are dance and theater classes, yoga classes for kids. So for moms and dads that are wondering, what am I going to do with my kids this summer? One way to just get them some great experiences is to take advantage of the community ed that we have.
Thank you, Councilmember. Councilmember Howard.
First, thanks, Councilmember Troutman. That's a good tip. That the program is sitting on our counter, and we got to go through and figure out Calvin's program for the summer. So
do it
thank
quick.
You. That's right.
They're filling up.
That's right. A couple items. One specific to renters in Richfield. Veep and Community Action Partnership are hosting some listening sessions for renters. It's in the month of April to get feedback from renters about your experiences and to inform you about some housing ordinances that the city is considering. We really want to get renters' feedback and to to the discussion. And so thank you for Veep for organizing some of these. There's 3 coming up in April. Monday, April 16th from 6 to 7:30 at Woodlake Lutheran Church. Tuesday, April 24th at Hope Church, and that's from 10 a.m. to 11:30 in the a.m. And then Sunday, April 29th at Tapestry Church, and that's 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. And then I mentioned this last meeting, but want to mention again that if there's a particular Richfield resident that has shined over the last year, get your nomination in for the Jacobson Award. You have until April 27th to get that in, and go to the city's website where you can get a form and nominate the Person of the Year sponsored by the Human Rights Commission. And I know they're looking for nominations.
Thank you, Councilmember Howard. I have just a couple things, and these are not upcoming events because, as you can see, my colleagues took all of those. So I'll just talk about a few things that I've been doing in the community that really get me excited. So I've been able to go to our Richfield Public Schools a couple times and talk to our youth. So there is an issue that is coming up for a council vote in May, and it is the possibility of raising the age that we sell tobacco products to 21 versus 18. And so what I've been able to do as the representative, the council representative on the advisory board of health, is just let our youth know that this is happening, that it potentially affects them, and invite them to be a part of the process, invite them to share information and their opinions and their thoughts about this with council members, with their friends on social media. I've been able to go and talk to students at the high school's wellness committee. Next week I'll be talking to the student government classes. And again, it's something that I wanted to share with them to make sure they're involved because it does impact them, but also they get to see what it's like to be a part of the local policy-making process, and they get to be a part of it. So I've been able to go and talk to our Richfield students about this opportunity. Last week, I was able to go to the Richfield Farmers Market. It was just a fun change and maybe just wishing and hoping that I was outside at a farmer's market, but I wasn't. I was inside at the Richfield Community Center. And it was really great. And I'd say my favorite thing there was buying the dehydrated Honeycrisp apples. They're very addicting, healthy, delicious, excellent. So if you want to get some, go May 3rd. They're really great. And then I just want to give a quick reminder to people that on our social media page, on the Richfield's local government, City of Richfield's social media page, there are so many different updates, from job postings to sharing about upcoming events, letting people know what's going on around town. And I just want to say thank you to our communications person on staff, Neil. He has just been doing an excellent job in keeping that updated. And it has become just an excellent source to get the latest information, press releases, whatever you want to know. In real time, you can go to the Richfield City Government Facebook page. And that's all I have for tonight. So thank you, everybody up here, for sharing those. The next item is seeking approval for the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And the agenda is approved. Our next item is number 4, is the consent calendar. So I'll turn it over to Mr. Manager Devich.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, members of the City Council. For those here in the audience and those at home, the consent calendar contains several separate items which are acted upon by the City Council in one motion. And then once this consent calendar has been approved, the individual items and the recommended actions will also have been approved and require no further City Council action. Tonight we have, I think, 4 items on consent. Item A, consideration of the adoption of a resolution authorizing the acceptance of monetary support from the Richfield Bloomington Credit Union for the fire department to purchase integrated thermal imaging cameras. Item B is consideration of the adoption of a resolution supporting the application to host a Minnesota Green Corps member and authorizing the city manager to execute a host site agreement with the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. Item C is consideration of the adoption of a resolution providing for the sale of $9,975,000 of general obligation street reconstruction bonds Series 2018A. And finally, item D, consideration of the approval of bid minutes and tabulation and authorization of a contract with Midwest Asphalt in the amount of $80,900 for parking lot improvements at the municipal liquor store at 6444 Penn Avenue South, and authorize the city manager to approve contract changes up to $50,000 without further city council consideration. And that concludes tonight's consent calendar.
Thank you, City Manager Devich. Are there any questions or discussion about the consent calendar? No, I would like to make the motion to approve the consent calendar.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The consent calendar is approved. So we have one item on our agenda tonight, and I will just take the item and run with it. So the next item on our agenda for consideration is the adoption of a resolution approving the contract with the Police Sergeant's Teamster 320 for the contract period of January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2019, and authorize the city manager to execute the agreement. City staff has completed labor negotiations with Police Sergeant Teamsters 320, which is a union. The provisions of the 2018-2019 labor agreement cover all of the employees in the union, which consists of 8 positions. 2-year contract periods provides a wage adjustment of 3% in 2018 and a wage adjustment of 3% in 2019. The other provisions of the tentative agreement include a wage equity adjustment to Step 3 and Step 4 of the pay plan. Step 3 would receive an additional $20 per month in both 2018 and 2019. Step 4 would receive an additional $38 per month in both 2018 and 2019. Up to $75 per month increase in the city's contribution towards health insurance. A 25-cent per month increase towards employee single dental coverage. Agreement to accept the same level of contributions that management and general service employees will be receiving in 2019 for health and dental insurance coverage. And an increase in clothing allowance of $15 in 2018 and an additional $15 in 2019. Are there any additional items or comments from staff on this issue?
Madam Mayor Pro Tem and Council, this is actually the final contract to be ratified by the council this evening, and so we look forward to having them completed. And but we had successful negotiations with this labor group, and look forward to moving forward with this contract.
Excellent. Thank you, Assistant City Manager Demetrenko. I just want to say that, again, this shows the great partnership and relationship that the city has with our unions, and that this went smoothly, and we have another 2 years of a successful contract and agreement. So thank you so much for your work on doing this. Any other comments? Okay, I would like to make the motion to adopt a resolution approving the provisions of the 2018-2019 labor agreement with the police sergeants, Teamsters 320 bargaining unit, and authorize the city manager to execute the agreement.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The resolution is approved. The next item on our agenda is the city manager's report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem, City Council members. I really don't have anything to report this evening.
Thank you very much. And lastly, we have claims and payroll.
Madam Mayor Pro Tem, I would like to move claims and payroll.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Claims and payroll is approved. Seeing there's no further business, this meeting is adjourned.
Well